Hello everybody, this is Mr. DSI Review, and I'm here with you today with the DSiWare app to review. This DSiWare app is called BrainAge Express Math, and it costs 800 points in the DSi shop. Like other things in the deluxe category, it pretty much is a small game on its own. In fact, other than the fact that it's only math challenges and practices, it basically is the same size as regular BrainAge or BrainAge 2. To actually play the game, you hold the DSi like this, like as if it were a book. So anyway, you can play as a guest, you can go to your brain training, or you can go to help. So anyway, go to your brain training, and on this side you'll see some stats displayed, and on this side you'll actually see what you can do. Here, this is your signature, your name goes here. This is your picture, picture goes here. And if you're not in a place where you can take photos, you're actually given the option to draw a self-portrait of yourself. And here are your stamps. Every time you complete at least one training activity for a day, you get one stamp. And if you complete multiple training activities, the stamp grows in size until it's this big. I don't know if you can see that on the camera. But anyway, you'll notice that on this side, there is training, themes, challenge mode, BrainAge check, and other options. Training is, well, training, plain and simple. All the training modes are calculations times 20, where you just solve 20 simple math calculations, calculations times 100, which also has an unlockable hard mode, which also has division in it, sum totaled, where you just add up all the numbers, which has an unlockable battle mode, which you still add up all the numbers, but it's a bit difficult to explain, so I'll show it off later. It's actually a fun mode. Then there's by the numbers, and it gives you two rules that the numbers have to follow, and you'll just say yes or no when shown a number. Change maker, pretty simple concept. You're given an amount of money that is due, and an amount of money that someone paid, and then you have to make change. And triangle math, that's another thing I might have to show off because it's a little bit difficult to explain. Multitasker. This is where you solve simple math calculations while something else is occurring. There's a house near the top of the screen and people are going in and out of the house. And after you've solved a series of calculations, you have to say how many people are in the house. And then finally, Virus Buster. Virus Buster is not training, and it's basically just like Dr. Mario. Next on the list is a mode called Themes. This is basically where you get to either draw, take pictures of yourself, or do voice acting. Kind of more of an imagination thing. Then, next on the list is Challenge Mode. If in your BrainAge check you obtain a score or a BrainAge of 20, which is as low as it gets, you unlock Challenge Mode. All I can say is it's like training, except that there is a special goal you need to meet, and it's much more difficult. Then there's BrainAge check, of course, where you're given 3 special activities, and depending on your performance in those 3, you get a BrainAge. The lower the better, and of course 20 is the best. I believe 80 is the worst. And then the other options are other options. Not much to say about that. So anyway, I'll just show off a few quick activities. Here's sum totaled battle mode. So here stuff appears, and here I have to write how many numbers are in that. So not much really to say about that. At the end of each level there is a boss, and yeah, and then you progress. I want to say there are 5 levels, but I lost on level 5. Also, I said I'd show off Triangle Math, which also has a normal and a hard mode. I'll just do normal for the purpose of the video. And for Triangle Math, you have to add up these two numbers, and then the sums of them. So that's basically all there is to it. You have to do that 10 to 20 times. Maybe it was 15. So overall, I'd say that this DSiWare game is in fact worth it for 800 points. It has a pretty good amount of replay value, especially since it takes some time to unlock the activities. After a certain amount of days on the calendar, you may notice that there's a little present, if you can see that on the camera. That means on that day, after, I believe that would be 25 stamps, you get a new activity. And so slowly you fill these up and you get all the activities. And then after you've finally gotten them all, there is nothing else. Then it's really just up to you if you want to keep training your brain or beating your records or something. After about 50, 60 days, it gets a bit boring. But I'd say that, at least up until that point, it's definitely worth the 800 points. And if you like these kind of games, then I definitely recommend you pick it up. As far as graphics go, you really can't say anything, as this game, it's not one of those games that can be judged by graphics. But for what it is, the graphics seem pretty fitting. Well, thank you for watching this, and if you liked it, rate, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next review.